Back when I was in high school, the folks who took care of showing movies in our classrooms, the audiovisual guys, we thought they were some kind of nerds. However, the nerds are now in charge. This is InfoCOMM 14, the largest annual conference and exhibition for audiovisual buyers and sellers worldwide. We're at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Sponsor is InfoCOMM International from some 80 different countries. We're going to visit the trade show. Like many other conventions and trade shows, InfoCOMM 14 has its own store for souvenir items. We are going down to the central hall of InfoCOMM. We were told before this show that more than 35,000 people would be attending, and it looks like they have a very good crowd. Everything having to do with audio-visual technology is here, and in this area came across a crowd that was watching the World Cup.
It is a feeding frenzy in front of the restaurant.
This is the Creston exhibit, and they have a beautiful audio-visual show here. Don't understand all the things they're talking about. This is what it takes, I'm assuming, to produce a flawless 4K video picture. This is Creston again, and we are here looking at this illustration, and it was intriguing to me because I wondered just what is going on. Well, what is going on is that Creston makes this switcher here, and what they're showing is that they now have some new equipment so that in a classroom, students over here could connect to this device, which in turn connects to the switcher, and an instructor can send information to the laptops here, or the student can send information back to the switcher, and that could be presented to everyone. This same idea can happen, say, in an engineering company where folks are sharing ideas or working on solutions, etc. It's been a long time since I've been in a classroom, so I was intrigued with what the classroom may look like. This is something sort of new, the idea of going back and forth, but it is intriguing. NEC is demonstrating something called moving murals. I hope you can see. The ocean is moving here, as is the waterfall, in 4K. We're in the Mitsubishi booth, where their slogan is, when your mission is critical, your display is critical, and look at this beautiful display. The gentleman here explained that this is a simulation of a power grid. In New York, Mitsubishi actually has a grid that is about 3 times as long and twice as high. And what happens is, in the power station, folks in desks watch parts of their system, and if anything goes awry, I think you can see over here, whoops, the man just walked in front of it. Here we go. A signal comes on that says there's a problem here, and then a solution can be sought. To me, this is just absolutely a beautiful display. But as the slogan is, when your mission is critical, your display is critical.
Yeah.
We're in the Sony exhibit, and I was about to say, who needs a fish tank when you can put up an audiovisual screen? But it looks as if this is sort of cartoonish, so I'm not quite sure the whole point, except that it is lovely. The images here are absolutely gorgeous. This is the Sony exhibit, and there are lots of folks who stop and look at this huge screen because we're getting excellent resolution. But what's happening is that there are 4 cameras here, each projecting on 1/4 of the screen, and that produces the big image. Didn't even know that was possible.
So
Well, if you want to have a meeting with your worldwide company, I guess you do it with a Sennheiser product, the Pursuit of Perfect Sound Long Distance. This is a professional show, and if you need a professional loudspeaker, these are made in Italy. We'll take a look. Name Earthquake Audio Products, but look here. You can hide your speakers in what looks like the local rock. I stopped at an exhibit called Dynasound because I didn't understand what it was these folks do. And the gentleman here was explaining, do you remember back in the 50s when the TVs only had a few channels, and when the TV went off at midnight or whenever they played the national anthem, there was this noise, shh. Well, basically, that's what these folks do, is that they will bring to an office a white noise system that kind of makes that same noise but blocks out other noise you don't want to hear. And he's used the example of being in a bathroom and you turn on the fan above you so that nobody else can hear what else is going on in the bathroom. Or in a call center where there are folks sitting right next to each other, each one talking, and you can put the white noise device on the desk, block out what the person next door is saying, and get on with your work. Been in business for many years. This is just something I didn't know about. Dynasound Network Sound Masking Systems. Who wouldn't stop at an exhibit with the Cloud name? However, a gentleman here explained that the name of this company is 36 years old, long before we were talking about cloud computing. And one of the things they do is to make the equipment that would, for example, in a restaurant, send one kind of audio feed to the bar area, another kind to the dining area, and maybe a third kind to a kitchen. So this is Cloud Company, and they are from England. We're here at Applied Electronics, and I was looking at the huge speakers, and I said, do you make these? And the guy said, yes, but then he explained later what they make are the towers. And I said, do you rent them? He said, no, we sell them to rental houses. And then they rent them for rock concerts, whatever the need is. So that's what Applied Electronics does. PreSonus comes to us from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I was looking at this control center, and the young man here explained that, see all these buttons? You can record 32 different microphones can be attached to this equipment, which is about $4,000. And then everything you record here can be sent to a computer, and then you can look here and replay. I guess you could re-record, huh?
Absolutely.
And you can re-record using your computer screen. This is really something. Can you imagine trying to mix 32 different sound pieces? Well, I guess the experts can do it. This is called presentation furniture, and there are loudspeaker systems here also. So let's take a look. Well, they're fancy. Aha. And they have built-in screens. Well, the back of Elvis is here. TCB, taking care of business. This is Kramer Electronics, and all I can think of was the TV character Kramer. But this is one big booth. And they have lots going on, lots of screens, multi-output solutions. This is typical of the show here. Lots of people, lots of audio-visual electronics that, frankly, are a little above my pay grade. Lots of interesting people. And here we go, Kramer Electronics, something the future AV world. Well, there might be a reason that Elvis was hanging around. Listen to this.
Oh, there's the cloud and the whiteboard and great tools to engage. It will help keep everybody.
And sing along.
If you want more info, head right up to the stage to Beyond Las Vegas. Beyond Las Vegas. Via Las Vegas with your questions answered in your transferred all those tools to code.
An ad, would you believe?
Via Las Vegas, spending some you and me time, churning ideas in no time. If you use it once, you'll never be the same again.
I think this is Altinex, and they have a very popular cocktail bar. And a guy delivering ice. It's warm in Las Vegas, not 100 degrees, but it is warm and ice is necessary. We're at Panasonic. You can have a horizontal screen or you can have these angled screens on either side. This is the LG booth, the super narrow bezel, 3.5 millimeter video wall. 2 thumbs up. That reminds me of Roger Ebert. Beautiful, beautiful pictures from LG. Well, if I had time, I would have made a stop here at the massage booths because my lower back has been giving me a little problem, although I seem to be getting better the more I walk around. The kids are watching the cartoons, and this is daylight. I must say, a very bright screen, 4K ready HD surfaces. Samsung is everywhere, and they have a huge presence here at this show. And here is a video wall, and also videos on the floor below. My goodness, I could just stand and watch video walls all day.
Process of networking and collaboration and all the bits and pieces that we are seeing. So we welcome you. I hope you enjoy the Belgian beer, the Belgian chocolate, and I'm going to hand the microphone over to Andreas, who wants to give away a Mac Mini.
Okay, so I know you're here for the beer, the chocolate, and I'll be short.
This is planar, a clarity matrix with G2 architecture, next generation LCD video wall system. So pretty soon we're going to be seeing video walls this big everywhere. This is the North Hall, and sadly we do not have time to visit this hall. This is digital signage mostly. There is a separate trade show called Digital Signage Expo, which we have covered, so perhaps we have seen a lot of what is here. Although, my goodness, look at the great digital images. So there's much to see at InfoCOMM, and fortunately it's a 3-day show, and those in the industry can spend all 3 days here. I understand the average visitor does spend about 13 hours visiting the trade show portion of InfoCOMM. Though we didn't get to see everything at InfoCOMM 14, what I'm looking at here is a result of folks who go to conventions like this and find the latest and greatest. This is the sports book at the Palms Casino Resort. It is spectacular. It is bright. Goodbye InfoCOMM. Goodbye Palms.